standardized sales process is a written, repeatable sequence of steps every agent in your agency follows, from the moment a lead comes in to the moment the policy is bound. It is the same process whether you have one producer or 20, whether the lead is Medicare, life, annuity, or ACA. One process, one playbook, used by everyone. If you have built any kind of agency, even a one-person shop, you have a sales process. The question is whether it lives in your head or whether it lives on paper. If it lives in your head, you cannot scale it. If it lives on paper, you can. Here is why this matters, more than almost anything else you will do as an agency builder. When every agent runs their own version of the sales process, three things happen. Conversion rates swing wildly between agents. Compliance gaps appear without warning. And training a new producer takes months because they have to figure out the steps by watching whoever is around. When everyone runs the same process, the opposite happens. Conversion becomes predictable. You can measure where deals stall and fix it. New producers ramp in weeks because the steps are written down, and the agency itself becomes more valuable because the production is not tied to one person's brain. There is a fear that comes with this conversation, and it sounds like this. If I write down the process, I lose flexibility. The truth is the opposite. The agents who close consistently in your industry are not winging it. They are running the same play every time. Standardization is not a cage. It is the rails that let you go faster. Now, let's get into how you actually build it. A standardized sales process for an insurance agency has 7 stages: lead capture, initial contact, and qualification, needs analysis, quote and proposal, presentation, close, and submitted to issued. Every prospect that enters your agency moves through these 7 stages, in this order every single time. Stage 1 is lead capture. The lead enters your system. It might come from a lead vendor, a referral, a walk-in call, a website form, or a community event. The rule at this stage is one thing. Every lead, regardless of source, gets logged into the same place within 5 minutes of arrival. If you have a CRM, that is where it goes. If you do not have a CRM, that is your first investment. You cannot standardize what you cannot see. Stage 2 is initial contact and qualification. Speed matters here more than almost anywhere else in the process. Industry data shows 50% of leads go to the first salesperson to make contact, and your odds of conversion fall by 400% when response time stretches from 5 minutes to 10. Your standard at this stage is a documented response time goal, the same talk track for the first call, and the same 3 to 5 qualifying questions every agent asks. Stage 3 is needs analysis. This is where you separate the order takers from the advisors. Order takers ask what plan the prospect wants and quote it. Advisors run a structured discovery. The same set of questions every time. What does your current coverage look like? What has been your experience with claims? What matters most to you in choosing a plan? The questions might vary slightly by product line, but the discipline of running the same discovery on every prospect is what makes the process repeatable. Stage 4 is quote and proposal. This is where most agencies have the largest variation between agents, and it is the easiest stage to standardize. Pick the carriers you quote first. Pick the format the proposal is delivered in. Pick the order you present options. Document all of it. When every agent presents 2 or 3 options in the same format, you remove a huge source of inconsistency. Stage 5 is the presentation. Same structure every time. You confirm the needs you uncovered in stage 3. You walk through option A, then option B, then option C, if applicable. You ask which one fits best. You do not ask if they want to move forward. You ask which option fits best. The framing matters, and it should be the same framing every agent uses. Stage 6 is the close. The standard here is simple. Every agent uses the same closing language and the same logistics. You confirm the option, you confirm the effective date, you confirm the payment method, and you set expectations for what happens next. The close is not a sales technique. It is an administrative confirmation of a decision the prospect already made in stage 5. If the close feels like a fight, you missed something earlier in the process. Stage 7 is submitted to issued. The application is submitted, and now you are managing the gap between submission and issuance. Your standard at this stage is a follow-up cadence. The same touch points every time. Day 1 confirmation that the app is in. Midweek status update. Issuance notification. Welcome call within 3 days of issuance. This stage is where retention starts, and it is where most agencies leak business they already won. Now let's walk through how this looks in a real agency. You have a producer named Mark. Mark has been with the agency for 2 years and writes about 40 Medicare apps a year. You have a new producer named Sarah, 3 months in. Without a standardized process, Sarah is asking Mark how he handles every situation. Mark is teaching her his version, and you have no idea what either of them actually does in front of a prospect. Now you implement the 7-stage process. You document the talk tracks at each stage. You build a checklist agents complete in the CRM as they move a prospect from stage to stage. You require every producer to log every lead the same way and update the stage every time the prospect moves. Within 90 days, 3 things change. You can see exactly where Mark is losing deals, which turns out to be stage 3, because he skips the deeper discovery questions. You can see Sarah is converting at the same rate as Mark on the leads that reach stage 5, which means her closing skills are already there, she just needs more leads getting to stage 5. And when you bring on a third producer, you hand them the playbook on day 1 and they hit production benchmarks in week 3 instead of week 12. That is what standardization buys you. Visibility, predictability, and the ability to fix what is actually broken instead of guessing. Here are the most common mistakes when agency owners try to standardize. The first mistake is making it too detailed. If your sales process document runs 40 pages, no one will read it. Keep the master document to 1 page per stage, with talk tracks and checklists in supporting documents. The agent should be able to scan the 1-pager and know what to do next. The second mistake is building it in a vacuum. Do not write the process in a back office and roll it out as a mandate. Sit down with your top 2 producers and document what they actually do. The process should be 90% of what your best producers already do, with the gaps filled in. The third mistake is not measuring it. A standardized process without measurement is just a piece of paper. You need to know stage by stage where prospects drop, how long they spend in each stage, and what your conversion rate looks like from stage 1 to stage 7. If you cannot pull those numbers, you cannot improve the process. The fourth mistake is treating the process as finished. The first version of your sales process will not be perfect. The second version will be better. Plan to revisit the playbook every quarter, look at the metrics, and refine the stages where you see the most leakage. Here is your action step. This week, write down your current sales process from memory. Just sit at your desk with a notepad and walk through what happens from the moment a lead comes in to the moment the policy is issued. Do not aim for perfect, aim for honest. What do you actually do, and what do your producers actually do today? Then circle the 3 stages where you see the biggest variation between agents or the biggest drop in conversion. Those 3 stages are where you start. You are not going to standardize all 7 stages this month. You are going to standardize 3. Pick the 3 with the most pain. Document the steps, write the talk tracks, and roll them out to your producers in a single 30-minute meeting. Once those 3 stages are running consistently for 30 days, you move to the next 2, then the last 2. By the end of 1 quarter, your agency will be running the same play every time on every lead. And that is when the real growth starts.